What is going on YouTube? We are back out here, bro, with another banger. And in this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is why when you get so laser focused on your goals, you lose track of everything else going on. And that's a sign that you're headed on the right path. Bro, just the other day, I realized that the Super Bowl is coming up. The whole NFL season, I literally missed the entire season because I've been so focused on getting my business to the next level, on helping my clients with their fitness, on locking in my own fitness, my own physique goals, and becoming the person that I want to become. The reason I think so many people don't achieve their goals is because their attention is pulled in all different directions. They try to keep up with the sports games, what's going on with the Joneses, their friends, their family members, parties, like left and right, bro. And next thing you know, you don't have any time left to actually work on yourself. But imagine what would happen if you did put that time into something that actually brought meaning to your life. For me, like the most fulfilling feeling in the world is helping more people with their fitness, with their mindset, bringing them to know God, and ultimately just achieve the life that they set out for themselves, the life that they said they wanted. So many people say they want things, but they don't do what it takes to actually get their life to the next level. They say they want the business, but they're not willing to actually start the business. Then when they start the business, they aren't willing to grow the business and cut off the distractions. They're not willing to cut off the things that don't bring them any rhyme or reason of purpose, of, growth. People hold themselves back and then they say they want something, but they don't actually do the necessary steps and take the consistent actions to get them to that next level. And it's unfortunate. It's a shame because too many times in life. Wait a second, my mic is not on, bro. Come on now. Back, bro. We had the mic disconnected and two and two just came together, but now we're back. But where I was going with that was that, like, so many people will hold themselves back and they don't achieve the life that they say that they want for themselves. And it's unfortunate because truly we all get one life. But, we hold ourselves back from taking the actions that are going to catapult us to future success. And the worst thing you can face in your life is the feeling of regret, the feeling of, I wish I did that thing. And a buddy of mine put out an Instagram reel the other day. He's another fitness coach. And Chase, if you're watching this video, bro, you're the absolute man. You're the GOAT. But, he was talking about how a lot of times in life, we look back and 5 years just passed by, 10 years just passed by. Next thing you know, brother, our entire life like that vanishes, right? And it's sad because it's so true. And, so many times people say they want these things. I remember I've talked on this story in the past, but, probably about 5 or 6 years ago now, I remember being in a nutrition shop, and the owner, I'm not as close with as I was, but he basically started this brick and mortar supplement shop, and I remember telling him one time when I was inside the shop, like, dude, this is so cool. I want to do this one day. And I remember him saying to me, "That's cool, man. Like, when are you gonna plan to start that?" And I had this reality check, like, bro, like, if I don't make a change now, bro, like, I'm never gonna do this thing. And so during that period of time, I really started to look at my life from, a level of like where I was and understand that, like, I was just talking about doing these things. I wasn't taking action. And yes, I was taking some action, but I wasn't taking the right action. I wasn't taking the consistency and shaping my life, molding my life the way I wanted it to be. And that was such a feeling of like a reality check, a slap in the face, but also like, bro, you still have time. You still can do these things. And so many times in life we do these things. So we say, like, I'm going to, gain muscle. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start the business. I'm going to have a family. And then, like, next thing you know, bro, it's all vanished. And you cannot get the time back. You can get back certain things in life, But one thing you cannot get back ever, bro, is time, right? Like you can make a huge decision, make some mistakes, and make a leap of faith, and have it not work out, and you can redo things. But the one thing you cannot get back is your time. And so, like, if you truly have a vision for yourself, if you truly want to be able to help others with some avenue of life, bro, then you need to make a decision to just go all in on that thing. And for myself personally, you guys probably know this already, but fitness was always the passion. My calling was always the thing that I wanted to help people with, but I didn't know how, I didn't know what. And because of that, I didn't start anything. Like I started things and then I backed out, and I started things and I backed out. And I started like a supplement brand and a merch brand and all these things, and then I stopped. Right. But truly, fitness brought me so much fulfillment, so much passion that when I started to actually coach people and make my career out of it, everything started to unfold. And I realized that I should have started this way sooner. And I'm so grateful for where I'm at because, you know, you have these trephs and these crescents or whatever it's called, bro, the ups and the downs, you know what I'm saying, dog? And you know, you hold yourself back, but then you get to a point where you're like, bro, this whole time I could have been living my dream. And truly, I was living my dream. I just was working a job alongside of it, and I wasn't making it my career. But when I stepped into the fact that I could actually make coaching people and working as an entrepreneur and doing this full time, my living, when I started to actually believe that, that's when it started to bear fruit and come into fruition in my own life. And I started having the freedom again, the financial freedom, the time freedom, the freedom to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And not in a selfish way, but like truly, I think that any untapped potential dies in the grave. Like I think that, you know, a business mentor of mine often says, you know, the most amount of dreams end up in, you know, the graveyard, like where people don't take action on the things they say they want. And as a kid, I remember all of my friends always saying how they were going to start this business, they were going to do this thing, they were going to do that thing, they were going to, oh, if I could do this, that's what I would do. And when I had the vision for myself of like starting a fitness business, I didn't know exactly what in fitness, but I knew something around fitness. You know, I genuinely felt that it was my calling. And so when I started to step into it and I started to actually have faith in like, let me just take the action and live the life that I want to live. Even if it doesn't pan out, at least I can say it all worked. When I started to do that, everything started to actually pan out the way I wanted. And I truly don't think that you can fail with any of these things. I think you just need to put in more effort, put in more time, actually want the thing. And if you don't want the thing, then bro, just do something else with your life. But like so many people hold themselves back, and I just find it entertaining. Not even entertaining, really like sad that so many people, you know, they work regular 9 to 5 jobs, and not to say there's anything against that, but these same people often will say like, dude, like I hate going to work, I don't want to go back on Monday. I feel like every day that I wake up, I wish I had more time available, not to, you know, get more done, but genuinely because I love living the life that I live. And it's not to say everything is perfect, but you know, I love what I do so much that waking up each and every day and getting to say like, I live the life that I told myself years ago that I wanted to live, I'm actually living it just because I chose to make that decision. And I think that so many times we give power to these things like, oh, I have to, you know, work this regular job because I have bills to pay. Like, bro, you chose to get into all that debt. Like, you chose to have bills. You chose to have kids. If you have kids to take care of, like, you chose to make those decisions. But what you can also choose is to make the decision to make a shift and change your life. For me, like I started to fall into some ways of like, dude, you know, all these stupid things, like just not bringing me fulfillment, like hanging around people, thinking I had no way out. And then I realized one day, bro, like I actually have the power, I have the control, I can step away, I can still start that business that I wanted to start. And then guess what happened? Bro, I actually started the business. And then guess what happened when I started the business? I actually had the fulfillment again. And when I tied my faith into it, guess what happened? I felt even more fulfilled, more than I ever could. And it's not to say that like life is easy by any means, but people hold themselves back. They doubt themselves. They don't believe in themselves. And I always told myself that one day when I started the business, when I had success with the business, I was going to help other people get to the position they want to get to in their life. Because so many people have limiting beliefs. They hold themselves back. They have these negative restraints on their mind. And that is what holds them back from achieving their true potential. And so like, you need to, A, tap into your faith. I think, this is just my opinion, but I think you should tap into your faith, open the Bible and actually start reading from it and see that in there it's going to give you wisdom. The wisdom is going to give you the answers you need. But then from that point, now that you have the wisdom, start taking the steps towards feelings of uncomfort, feelings of discomfort, whatever the word is, bro. I don't know if it's uncomfort or discomfort, but it's one of the two, bro. It's not supposed to be comfortable. It's not supposed to be easy. But when you make those decisions, you make those leaps of faith, those shifts in your life, everything starts to open up. And you realize that, wait a second, courage isn't built, from easy action. Courage is built by tackling and facing things head on that are not comfortable. And that is what builds confidence. And when you build confidence in yourself, you have more confidence to go after other things. And these are things I tell my clients all the time. Like, you're not supposed to feel comfortable going against challenges. It's supposed to feel difficult. It's supposed to feel hard. It's supposed to hurt. And this is why most people cower away and they don't achieve their life, their dreams, their goals, their physique. Because it's scary, it's uncomfortable, they don't believe in themselves, they don't have a support system around them. But when they actually tackle the things head on, they gain the confidence, they start to realize, like, wait a second, I can actually control my own life. I can actually make the changes I want. Even if nobody supports me, I can choose to live the life the way that I want. And when you can do that, then you're going to notice other people are looking up to you. Other people are trying to follow in your footsteps. And you're actually a leader rather than a follower. So many people in life, they're followers. We should be followers of Christ. But aside from that, bro, like, you should be leading people closer to, the land of abundance, prosperity. Like, how are you going to help bring somebody to know the Lord? Like, if you're a follower of what they're doing, like, you have to at times lead the way, bro. You have to lead people to the light. So many people are filled in darkness. They're doing these things that don't bring them long-term fulfillment. They're not satisfied. And I'm talking about that because I used to be one of those people. I hated my job. I hated going into work. I hated all of these things. And then I started to step into, okay, let me do something with fitness. And then I worked as a personal trainer. And then as I worked as a personal trainer, bro, I started to feel some fulfillment, but it was like I don't have any time to actually build a business the way I want. And next thing you know, bro, my life is going to just be gone rapidly. And it's like now I didn't achieve my full potential. And I remember this very significant point when I was at my personal training business where, I started to sit with my thoughts and realize, like, bro, if I don't make a change now, like, I'm going to be here for another 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And I'm still going to be unfulfilled. I'm still going to feel like I don't know what I want with my life. And I know I have this passion, this calling for fitness. I know this cannot be the end. I know this is not what I was called to do. As much as it's in the fitness realm and it was a stepping stone at the time, this is not what I want to do with my life, dude. I don't want to be here working 18 to 20-hour days every single day as my own health deteriorates. And I run into all this, discomfort when it comes to not having my own time to work on my own goals. And like during that time, dude, like one of my boys, like if you're watching, bro, Jared, you were the actual man. Like Jared, you're the GOAT. But my boy Jared basically like started to like pick my brain about like entrepreneurship, bro, and like it made me expand and grow so much during that time. He gave me access to some information, and that information propelled me to start my own fitness coaching business and doing it from my own schedule, from my own environment, with my own rules, the way I want to do things, and the way that I felt called by God to help others through. And when I started to actually go down that path, I felt so fulfilled by it, so much more than I could ever say. The business, the entrepreneurship, the fitness, bringing my faith in, all of these things start to carry over. And I realized that I was holding myself back and I was, capable of so much more all along. And I just didn't take the steps because I was unaware. It was lack of awareness. So many times we just don't have the awareness around these things. This is what's pulled us back. But so when my friend gave me all this information, and he started to ask me questions about like starting a business, bro, it was like everything unlocked for me. And then during that period of time, I realized that this is where I'm going. Like I'm starting this coaching business. Like I don't care. I'm sacrificing everything. I'm putting everything on the line. So like I ended the relationship I was in. I ended a lot of friendships I was involved in because it just wasn't a good fit. And it wasn't like I cut these people out of my life entirely with the friendships. The relationship, yeah, it's a little different story. Like you can't just stay mutual with these people. At least I don't think. But with the friendships, it was like I just gradually started to distance myself because it's like, well, I'm not the type of person that's going to be living the life in the way that they're living. So I'm going to step away, and start to focus on myself. And also during this time, I didn't have a lot of free time in my hands. I had the full-time, in-person training job, and I also was trying to start this business. And then when I started the business, it was like, okay, like now I'm not as productive with my in-person training job, and I'm starting to get a little bit burnt out, right? And like now I'm losing track of all these things, and it's hard to manage both. So I had to choose, bro. Like, what do I want to do? Do I want to stay here for the rest of my life? Do I want to stay, somewhere in the middle where I'm half in on the business, half out, half in on the in-person training business, half out, but not able to ever optimize and magnify these things? Or do I want to take that risk that I've been waiting on my entire life that I could never, ever, ever get back? Like, I could never choose twice to make this decision on, which is just jumping all in, burning the boats, and going all in on the coaching business, stepping away from the gym. That's what I started to do, and eventually that led to me just not, seeing long-term growth of that company, and so I stepped away. And ultimately, like, the company and myself were on the same page, like, it's just not a good fit, and they were like, hey, like, we're not going to move forward with you. And it's like, bro, perfect, I've been waiting on this opportunity my whole life. And I was so afraid of taking this risk, taking this jump, making this move, because I didn't know what was going to happen next. It was the most scary feeling in the world, to be super transparent. Like, I didn't know what was going to go on with my career. But then I started to make adjustments in my life. I started to shift away. I went through this period of isolation where it's like, bro, now I can actually focus on the business 1,010%. And when I started to focus on the business 1,010%, guess what happened, bro? Opportunities opened up. I started to have clients reach out to me. I started to actually find fulfillment in the work that I wanted to do. And I got the freedom, the peace back to achieve the life that I was after this whole time. And then from that point, I was able to put my own spin on things and actually coach the people the way I wanted. But so many people will never get to that position in their life because they're scared. They're scared about what people think about them. They're scared about what their friends are going to say, what their family's going to say. They're scared about what their employer's going to say. They're scared about all these things, and they're never going to actually fully commit and go all in on their goals. And they're not going to move into the period of uncomfortableness, or whatever the word is, bro, discomfort. They're never going to move into that, that stage of, I don't know what's going to happen next, where it's like, it's almost like you're walking, bro, on ice, bro. You don't know. At any point you could fall and everything could crash and burn, right? But also during that time is when you're going to hit the most expansion, the most growth. And when you can do those things, you can face these adversities, these challenges head on and tackle them. You can go at the courage, literally attain the courage from these uncomfortable things. That's when you gain confidence. When you gain confidence, everything in your life starts to open up. And then you will start to have people reach out. And this is exactly what happened to me. I started to have people reach out to me and say, bro, you are literally changing my life. And I'm getting texts left and right, bro. People are complimenting me because I'm losing so much weight. People are complimenting me because I'm actually achieving my ideal physique. Right? Like, people were telling me, like, bro, you actually have a calling for this, bro. Go all in on it. And it was just confirmation. Like, bro, I'm already doing the right things. I'm already chasing my dreams. And now people are just telling me, like, and it's like, I don't even give much thought to it, because it's like, bro, I genuinely don't care what these people have to think. I was at this point where it's like, bro, I care so much about what I want to do and what God has called me to do that I'm just going in regardless. But then it's just like confirmation. These people are telling me, like, bro, you're on the right path, keep going. And I'm like, bro, thanks. I already know. So it's like, even when you get this confirmation, it really doesn't affect you that much, especially after you stop caring about the opinions of others. But it is a confirmation, it is a reminder, and it's such a good feeling knowing that these people are supporting you. These people here, are pushing you, trying to help you become the best version of yourself. And people just aren't willing to go through that period of patience, that period of time where things are tough, where things are difficult, where there is no guarantees. There is no certainty. There is a bunch of uncertainty. But if you can go through it, if you can actually just decide, I'm going to bite the bullet, I'm going to face my fears, tackle them head on, I'm going to be courageous and actually build the confidence that I need to achieve my ideal life, then everything opens up for you. And you probably think I'm crazy, bro. I'm sitting out here in shorts, bro, drinking a Redcon 1, and it's like 30 degrees out here, bro. It's brick. This flavor, by the way, is Gassaroni. It's not actually Gassaroni. The flavor is Cali Splash. We ain't even out here in Cali, but Cali Splash by Redcon 1. Highly recommend. It's like a cherry and pineapple one. Cherry and pear. There might be pineapple in there too. Slap-a-doodly. And only has 5 calories, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Lots of vitamin B6. It's going to give you that energy you need. And B12 as well. But back to the point of the story, bro, is the point of the video is like, Just take the risk, bro. Go all in on your dreams, bro. Stop holding yourself back and stop wasting time, because truly, like, our life is made up of time. And every time that you waste, every minute that you waste, you're wasting your life, spending it doing something that doesn't bring you true fulfillment. I cannot begin to tell you how many people I know that reach out to me and they're like, dude, like, I want to start this business. Like, dude, like, I want to travel the world. Like, dude, I want to, like, bro, why not do it then, bro? You have the choice. And then they're like, well, I have to go to my regular job. It's like, bro, well, like, you made that decision, bro. Like, you can change things, but at the same time, it's like, you need to put yourself into a position where you can actually live the life the way you want. What I had to go through this period of time where, like, yo, I started to actually distance myself from people. I started to actually stop caring about what the people thought about me. I like left my job, bro. Like, me and the job, we just parted ways. And it's like, I don't have a job, bro. I'm not chilling with people. I'm not going out. I'm not partying, bro. I'm not vacationing for years on end, because I'm working on the business, not because I'm feeling like tied down to it, like I need to, but like I genuinely want to. And then, as a byproduct of me doing all this work, me doing this consistent action, bro, everything starts to open up and bear fruits. And then when I start to actually put my faith first and put the Lord, involve him in my business, make him head honcho, which ultimately this whole time he has been leading me. It was just me not knowing exactly what to do, understanding that, like, it was his business and I was just called to maneuver through, like, the day-to-day daunting tasks. I understood that, like, everything was right in front of me this whole time, but I had to go through the storm to be able to overcome the obstacles and get to the other side. And now I'm at a point where, like, it's brick out here. It's 30 degrees, and literally I feel warm right now because I have goosebumps, simply due to the fact that I decided to take a chance on myself and chase my dreams and chase the business goals I had for myself. People just don't actually try, and that's why they don't achieve their ideal life. There's no such thing as a magic formula, bro. We simply have results that are stemmed from skills, and those skills are, put into your life because you've taken consistent actions that lead to habits, and the actions all stem from your thoughts. And so, like, if you could just have the right mindset, the right belief systems about yourself, which is by no means easy, but if you could actually just try and have the right mindset to take the right actions and do the uncomfortable things that you don't feel like doing consistently over the long term and practice getting better, then you can have any result you set up for yourself. And I'm not going to say you can dunk a basketball if you're 5'10", bro, but you might be able to. There are people that have done it. There are people that have done it at 5'3". Shout out my boy Muggsy Bogues. Like, you could actually practice these things. Repetition, repetition, repetition. If you could actually practice these things enough, you could achieve anything that you set up for yourself, but you don't believe it deep down. And you're going to say this is corny for me saying this. Whatever, dude. You don't have to believe me, but you also don't have to have the results. But any goal that you set out for yourself, you can accomplish. You just have to actually want it bad enough. You have to actually just put the work in. Stay consistent. Take the necessary actions, and you can get there. How the heck did people go to the moon, bro? This seems so corny, I know, bro. I know it seems corny, but how the heck did people go to the moon? They figured out how, with just, like, knowledge. How did they get the knowledge? They thought correctly about themselves. They took the proper actions. Bro, you could do the exact same. You could achieve the business goals, the career goals, travel, achieve your ideal physique, all these things. You just have to actually want it bad enough. And so many people, they don't want these things bad enough. They say they want it until their friends make fun of them, and then they get embarrassed and they're like, oh, I don't actually want that thing. Or their family makes a comment and they don't actually follow through because they're worried about what they have to say or being judged. But if you actually wanted the thing that you say you want, bro, you could have the thing, and you would have the thing, but you don't. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. So stop holding yourself back, because at the end of the day, bro, you're going to look back one day in your life and you're going to watch how you wasted all these years, and you're going to have to lie to yourself and tell yourself that you didn't achieve the things you wanted because it just didn't work out. It just didn't pan out. Bro, when I was just out in Texas, bro, I was an Uber driver, an Uber ride, and the Uber driver was saying to me and my buddy, he was saying, I wanted to own. He was a pilot, or whatever. He's working on getting his pilot's license. And if he's watching this, it's seriously no disrespect. It's just like, I was listening to this story and I was like, huh, and I had this thought. He said that he wanted to be a pilot and own his own plane. He was like, that was my dream one day. I wanted to buy my own plane, and it just didn't work out. And we were like, huh, just didn't work out, huh? You just gave up, bro. Seriously, that's what you did. And he ended up telling us how he just like, he got a car, and then he got a house, and he had a family. And it's like, bro, you chose to not let that dream you had for yourself pan out the way you wanted. And everybody does that, bro, with their life. I know. We make mistakes, whatever. We do things that don't pan out the way we want, but you could truly set yourself up for success. People set themselves up for failure, and then they wonder why they don't achieve the things they want. It's because every action you take aligns with the person that you're going to become in the future. So be very, very aware, be very conscious, put thought, time, and effort into who it is that you want to become. What is it that you want to achieve? Put thought into this, time, energy. Like, do you actually want the things that you have in your life, or are you unsatisfied? Because I can guarantee you, if you're unsatisfied, it's because you haven't taken the consistent actions to achieve those things. And you need to make changes. And if you make the changes, you can actually start to get closer to that end goal, and eventually you can achieve it. But one day, bro, it's going to be too late. One day, if you have these physical goals, you're going to be too old, bro. I'm not saying that like you can't still achieve things, but you're running out of time, bro. And I don't mean this to say like you're running out of time, you got to start doing stuff now, but like every time in my life that I've looked back on a goal and said like, I wish I started this sooner, it was always because I wasted time. And so if you can have this mindset, not this anxious, worrisome mindset, but this mindset of like, if I just take action now today consistently and go hard as humanly possible and think about it properly, then I will achieve my goals so much greater than if I just put it off for later. And most of the time, people put these things off for later. They don't actually end up doing them ever, which is sad. It's unfortunate, and people fall off routine. I can name countless people that said, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to start losing weight. And then 10 years pass, bro, and they're still not satisfied with their physique. They're still not closer to the end destination they want to go because they just gave up on themselves, bro. And then they start again, and then they fall off, and they start again. It's like, bro, imagine if you just didn't give up and you just stay consistent. You don't have to do all the work perfect. You just have to take consistent action over enough period of time, and you're going to have the thing, bro, but you're holding yourself back. And the only person that's actually going to care at the end of the day is you, bro, and maybe your kids or your family when you have to tell the stories to them, and you aren't able to be an inspiration and motivating to them because like you didn't go all in on your goals and your dreams. And I don't want that for any of you guys watching. For any of you guys watching that have big aspirations, I want you to achieve your ideal physique. I want you to achieve your ideal life. I want you to achieve everything that you say you want for yourself. But before you can achieve that thing, you have to want it bad enough. And if you want it bad enough, bro, you will actually find a way. You will make a way. And oftentimes, you have to go through those feelings of discomfort to get to that next destination. Bro, you think I want to be sitting out here right now in shorts? It's brick. But I wanted to make a dope YouTube video with a cool background. And yeah, it's not a cool background, I know, bro, but I want to be sitting on my car. Right? It's like, how am I going to do that? Yeah, maybe I could wear pants, bro. Yeah, I get it, right? But I wanted to make a dope video, and it's like, okay, what's more important, that I'm warm and comfortable? Or that I make a dope video where people comment and they're like, why the heck is this weirdo sitting on his car with shorts when it's 30 degrees, bro? It's like, bro, I'm about to get in my car, drive home, hit the heat, and it was over with. And it's like, yo, I'm so glad I made that decision. Just make that stupid video and with that like dope setup, because it's like people are gonna actually find that funny. Maybe they don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't care, bro. But personally, it's like people hold themselves back, and I just think that if you just stopped caring and you just actually did the things that were uncomfortable now, you would achieve your end goal, right? Like there were times in the past where my car was broken down. I had no way of getting to the gym, and I walked 3.5 miles, which is not that long to be direct, but like, you know, I remember walking there and it's sucking, and it was so annoying. Like I had to walk to the gym, but then I just remember like thinking back on the story, like I can't believe I actually did it. Like I stayed consistent. I actually worked out. Times where there were snowstorms and the roads were shut down, and they were literally saying in my town, like, bro, don't drive on the roads. And I still drove, bro, my vehicle to the gym because I wanted to lift weights. Like stuff like that compiles and it increases your confidence, and it just allows you to experience life more. When you live life in this safe manner of like, let me do the safe thing, let me not take the risk, you end up carrying over in all avenues of your life with that same mindset. But if you risk things, you have the mindset of like, who cares? What's the worst case scenario? I die? All right, bro, at least you got to do the things that you said you wanted to do. At least you got to go on the limb and live life risky once in a while, right? And I think the biggest regret you can have in life is just looking back and realizing that you didn't achieve the things you wanted when you could have the whole time. You just didn't feel like it. You were too lazy to take action, and you didn't have the right thought patterns, the right mindset, the right belief systems. So you didn't take the correct actions, and therefore you didn't get the results you wanted. You didn't have the life you wanted. That's got to piss you off. I know it pisses me off even just thinking about it. So don't let that happen to you, bro. Achieve your ideal physique. Achieve your ideal life. Accomplish those goals. Build the business, bro. Travel, start the career, do whatever it is that you say you want for yourself, bro. You know exactly what I'm talking about as soon as I say that, bro. You have something that you want to do with your life. We weren't just here to, we weren't just designed to just live. We weren't just put in this earth to just be, bro. We were here to become, to advance to the next chapter, the next level. And like for me, bro, I always wanted to be on YouTube, popping off on videos for you guys. And I just never recorded videos, bro, because I was worried about what other people thought. And then I stopped giving an actual heck, bro. I stopped giving an actual heck. And when I did that, bro, my videos start to pop. So stop playing, bro. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to check out more of my content, short form, behind the scenes, day to day, my coaching processes, my client results, all the sorts of, goodness, check me out at J Stroud Fit. Stay tuned for next upcoming content like this. And remember, bro, or girl, whoever's watching this, like, the only person holding you back is you, bro. So stop playing with your life.